There are so many books written on financial mastery, financial freedom, how to get a rich life, how to become a billionaire. When I boiled down the insights of all these gurus together, there is one fundamental secret all of them are revealing. It's a really simple and a practical step that you can take today itself. That secret is I am going to reveal in this video with step by step. You too can take the first step today to have the financial freedom. Stay with me till the end. Since in ancient times, people have understood the value of financial freedom. For example, 2500 years ago, Buddha introduced 4 types of happiness, and one of the happiness is talking about the finance, and also it's related to the financial freedom. In Pali, these happiness are called sukhas, and Buddha has told that one particular sukha or the happiness as atti sukha. Atti sukha in Buddhism refers to the happiness or contentment derived from material possessions and economic security acquired through riotous means. He emphasized the economic stability and the ethical acquiring. The particular secret I am going to reveal is really ethical, and you can do it as a passive income or side hustle. According to the Buddhist teachings, when you have the financial freedom, you feel calm, you feel confident, and at the same time, you can make better decisions. But every good thing comes with a price. The price you have to pay is your discipline and the patience. Robert Kiyosaki, in his best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, says there are 2 types of people. People who pay themselves first, people who pay themselves last. The second category will never achieve the success. They will stay poor. But the first category, who pay themselves first, they achieve the financial freedom. They become rich. Paying yourself first means before you pay for the other people, you are paying for yourself. For example, when you get a paycheck, when you get whatever the income, first of all you pay yourself, then after that you pay your bills or other kind of subscriptions or any other kind of expenses. How much you should pay yourself? At least 10% of your income. This is easier said than done, but you have to have a lot of discipline and patience if you want to implement this strategy. If you are a citizen watching this video in USA, don't mix this up for 401k. If you are a person watching this video in UK, don't mix this with personal pension plans, occupational plans, stakeholder pensions. This is a bonus. And also make sure that you are not going to mix up any of the strategies that you have learned earlier about financial freedom with this strategy. Now the problem is, once you get the paycheck, when you allocate 10%, it will be really hard. The difficulty or the hardness comes because you are not used to that. How you are going to use to that? Assume like this way. Imagine your government has imposed a compulsory tax and every one of the citizens have to pay 10% tax just after they get the money, just after they have the paycheck. On the first month, you will be really frustrated because you have to manage and you just want to re-engineer the rest of the things based on that. The second month, you will be okay. Third month, you will be better. But after 90 days time period, so you are used to that, you are going to follow that rule. Just in the same way, you have to impose a law, you have to impose a rule by yourself, and you just want to have the discipline not to touch that money. After 90 days time period, you will understood that you had a myth that you can't cope up with 90% of your paycheck. Now assume a situation you get into a real trouble after deducting 10% of your paycheck in terms of managing the rest of the finances. If you really struggle to stay with or live with 90% of your paycheck, I would say that's an eye-opener. It reveals 2 things in your life. Number 1 is you're not creating more value to your organization, so therefore in return you are paying a less amount of money. So what you can do is you have to upgrade your knowledge, you have to upgrade your skills and enhance your value, and you can get a more return through the promotions and those kind of bonuses and those kind of things. Number 2 is you have to change your lifestyle. There may be a lot of leakages in your expenditure. Maybe the reason you are spending unnecessarily for a lot of stuff. So you have to record on monthly basis what are the things that you are going to spend, and you have to find it out what are the leakages and you have to immediately fix them. But according to my own experience, the many people are having the myth that they can't manage their expenses through the 90% of the paycheck. But if you can fix your mentality, that's the key if you want to follow this secret. Now, once you make 10% saving, you just want to make the best investment, therefore you can get the best return. When you make an investment, you just want to consider a few areas, you just want to consider a few factors if you want to invest in effectively. These factors are highest return, least payback period, minimum risk, high liquidity ratio. Least payback period in the sense you just want to get the return as soon as possible. High liquidity ratio in the sense you just want to get your return as much as possible in the cash mode. Out of these 4 criteria, we are not going to play with least payback period. The reason is we are going to use a magical power. The famous people who have talked about this magical power is the greatest scientist Albert Einstein, the legendary investor Warren Buffett, the founder father of United States Benjamin Franklin, Warren Buffett's longtime business partner and vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway Charlie Munger, the founder of the Vanguard Group John Bogle. What is magical power? It's compounded interest. Albert Einstein famously said, the greatest power in the universe, the compounding. We are totally impressed with Warren Buffett because of his brilliance in investing in strategies. But actually the biggest strategy is time. If you want to get the best use of this compounding interest, you have to play with the time. Warren Buffett started investing in at the age of 10, and at the age of 30, he became a millionaire. At his 65th birthday, his wealth was $81.5 billion. From age 10 to 89 years of time period, compounding has done wonders for him. I'll explain you the power of compounding in a very simple example. You plant an oak tree. So after 1 year time period, you can't see any difference. But after 10 years time period, there is a meaningful difference. After 50 years time period, you can see a significant difference. That's the power of time. The same thing happened for the compounding. What you are going to do is, you take this 10% and deposit in a financial organization, meet in our criteria, then after that let it to compound. When you are compounding, let that interest and the principal accumulated together and let it compound in continuously. I'll give you an example. Imagine I am depositing $10,000 in a particular financial organization and they are giving an interest rate of 8%. So after 1 year's time period, I will get $10,800. But if I keep it for 30 years time period, I will get all together $1,627. That means I have earned more than 10 times doing nothing. Only the time has to play. I had only the patience and the time played the trick. Now sometimes you might be thinking this takes a lot of time. We just want to be quick rich. I just want to be a rich person quickly. You have 90% of the money from your income. You can follow any of the strategies based on that, whatever the things you have learned. But don't do this and have the patience, and believe me, you don't need to take bigger risk because this will make sure that you will get into the destination, whatever the age you are. There is another very important thing. When you are compounding, you just want to consider the frequency, the number of times you are going to compound your money. Now look at this example very carefully. I go to a financial organization with $10,000 where they give 10% interest rate, and I deposit this money in a fixed deposit. At the end of the year, I will get $11,000. But in another scenario, I go to that financial organization and I will put that money to become compounded on monthly basis. At the end of January, I will earn $10,083, February $10,167. So likewise, I will accumulate the money. I'm repeating, you just want to put the principal and the interest to get compounded. So at the end of December, I will earn $11,047. Now when you compare the results, you can see when you let it happen compounded frequently, you will get the highest return. Many of the financial organizations or institutions, they do have the option that you can select whether it is going to compound in monthly basis or 3-month basis or quarterly basis, and always select where you can have the options you can compound it frequently. Now the next question is, how you are going to select the right financial organization in depositing this money? Well, I will tell you there are 2 criteria you have to find out. Number 1 is minimum risk. Number 2 is highest return. Never compromise number 1 criteria. Why I'm telling this? Because according to my own experience, I have seen some people, they are hard-earned savings, they have deposited on the financial organizations where they give the highest return, but they don't have the stability. So therefore, they have ruined their whole life and the whole money because of those financial institutions. Therefore, don't be greedy and think about an organization, financial institution where you are having the highest safety. Once you find that, then you can go to the second criteria, the highest return. Let the time to do the rest of the things. You have to have only the discipline and the patience. Okay, I'm going to summarize what I have talked about on this video. The first thing that you have to take is have the discipline to allocate at least 10% of your paycheck, of your income. After that, you have to deposit that money in a place where you get the highest safety, and let that money to get compounded as much as possible. Keep those deposits for a sustained period of time and have the patience. I promise you, once you develop this habit, it will make you wonders. You will never regret that decision. I'll catch you soon with another video like this. Good luck.
Hi, this is KITHSIRI. Hope you get great value from this video. Please share and like this video, comment below and subscribe to my channel. I'll offer you more videos like this to improve your personal and professional life.